Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a current household update for August. Last one of these I did was in June. We won't talk about the fact that I've been gone for 2 months. So don't think of this as a regular thing because I know it looks like that on my channel page. All this is current household updates. The thing is, I mostly play with this family and I don't do much outside of this family. So yeah, if you were going to want to see their houses and stuff, I'm not really doing that anymore because this computer can't handle recording with action, which is what I used to record, in case you were curious. Video that in the top right. It just can pretty much do recording The Sims. It can't record it can't record with like 3 windows open, so I mean, Origin's not taking up much for this computer, but it's not very doing well, if that's correct grammar. Mac? No! It's not. It's not correct grammar. No! Just no. Just no. With everything else. So, in my last video, I noticed it was, I think Ruben was still alive in the drama with them. A lot of people are dead. I think you can see a lot of gray. But we're just going to kind of go from each side of the family tree down like I did last time. And, yeah. So you're going to have to give it a second. It's kind of slow with all the people I have on here. Oh, it's going to go far in. Okay. So we started with Rebecca. We all know this. She married Santa. The backgrounds are all here. You can go to my website to look at the family tree there. It will all show up. Santa had a kid with an alien. He had 4 kids. 2 kids. I think he's had 6 kids. He had 2 kids with Vlad, 2 kids with Patchy, and 2 kids with Rebecca. 2, 4, 6. Oh, shoot. How many kids did he have? It's very confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He had 7 kids? Oh, okay. Okay. Let me give past Mac a future lesson in math, including you. Okay, think of it. I should obviously know this. So I'm angry with myself right now. Listen. Alright, Mac. Keep this in your mind. Like, literally keep it in your mind. You know. Santa had 2 kids with Rebecca. Obviously, Aiden and Cam, right? Yeah, okay? Then we have Santa had kids with Patchy, so that's 2 kids because he had twins. Then you had 2 kids with Vlad. 1, 2. So you have 6. Oh, but it's obviously not 8 because, he's had 4 partners. 2, 4, 6, 8. He hasn't had 8 kids. You know he hasn't had that extra kid. Oh, so it's 7. You don't need to waste the time. Duh. So as you can see, it's jumping around a lot. First of all, because this computer is on its last leg. And second, because there's just so many there's so much data in here. So, his first daughter was Aiden. Aiden had Noelle, Zoe. Noelle married Kira. Zoe had 2 men, married Nelsh and Earl. Well, I don't know if she married Earl, but anyway, she divorced both of them, or just broke up with both of them, if you want to put it simple. This is Kira's dog, Amvi. Mochi was her dog. She really wanted a dog, so Mochi was pretty much our first dog in the family. Now there's a lot of dogs, as you will see soon, and I think you saw earlier. This is Nico. She had 2 twins, Nico and Beckham. This is Alana.
Advic. They had Alana had Kyle with Advic, and Serenity was adopted right before Alana died. Same for Raquel. It's probably Rachel, but I'm not for sure. Serenity married him, I think, or maybe just dated. And then they had 2 kids, Messiah and Ella. I didn't decide to continue that side of the family because I had this side. Along the lines, Kyle had 2 kids, Lilac and Ruben. Lilac and Ruben's over here. You know Ruben with all of his drama with his ex-wife, his husband, and his husband's sister. So that was a lot of drama. Lilac's ex-boyfriend had a dog. They had a kid named Sindona. For whatever reason, Alex Moyer's still alive. I don't know, but they had a son named Caesar. I didn't decide to continue that side of the family. Here's where it gets a little crazy. I'm not sure at the time who was still alive, but they had Meredith, of course, had a dog named Ziggy. Petunia was their first daughter. Then she married Omar, and then Flynn. Well, she didn't marry Flynn, but they were twins. Flynn dated a lot of different women, including his aunt-in-law. It was kind of rough. I didn't know that was a thing. I forgot she was the aunt. It was a struggle. He ended up, his last kids he had with were baby Ariel's kids. And then this is Angelica, the orphanage lady. She died a while ago. Zila was a vampire. She's still around. They weren't any vampires. It was just a lot trait. We had Tyler. Then we had Mac after me, of course. I'm Mac. Hi. And then they had Joy. This was all with Meredith and Ruben. These were all Meredith and Ruben's kids. Scott, Roland, Bonchery, Okada. And then this is Maki. And so this is where it gets a little confusing. So Meredith and Ruben, but then Ruben had kids with Olive, and they had Tahi Bonchery, Rue Bonchery, and Tatiana Tulip Bonchery. I thought that was a girl. I got confused. I apologize. I shouldn't have to apologize, but whatever. This is where it kind of gets a little confusing. So Flynn had a kid with Angelica. And then I'm just going to do their family tree sides here. And yeah, so they had Lushenko. Lushenko had 2 kids, twins, with Yasmin. Yasmin had kids with Octavia and Dana. Well, no, she didn't have kids with them. Those are her kids. Octavia and Dana. I did not update. Oh, shoot. I didn't add that that's their parents. Normally, like if you see here, it's going to say Sindona and Alex Moyer. That's his biological parents. I don't know why that's not put in there, but I apologize because I'm sure this is going to show up. Yeah. So this is where it gets super confusing because the family got so big that, like, I forgot who was family. So over here, Dana had kids with Malcolm, but Malcolm is over here on the family tree, and see, Malcolm, Sullivan, yeah, not good. And so I cut that line because I just noticed later along the line, like right here, I was like, oh, no, that's not good. That's illegal. In the state I live in. So they had 2 kids, Kalia and Alexander. Alexander didn't have any kids. Ernesto and Colette were born. And yeah, so that was Judah. So I cut that line real quick. This is Kaylee Pasma, River, and Vivian Ramesh. They had her. And then we know you don't know Adrian. He ended up dating Omar, Petunia, it was like Petunia's boyfriend. It was weird, but then he ended up dating Clyde, so it doesn't matter. Because Omar died pretty quickly after that. He was old, obviously. It's like his great aunt's boyfriend. So, yeah. So these are all Flynn's kids here. Brianna, Nicolette, Caden, and Hun. This kind of gets confusing here too, because Caden had kids with Ruru. I think he had 7 or so kids. But then Ruru had tons of kids with different men. So these are all them, but they never had any kids. So if you're really curious on who everyone is, you can go look on my website, which is in my channel, I think, about section, if you're super curious. Jimmy, one of their sons, one of Caden and Ruru's, so related to Santa, had kids with more Little. And honestly, I think the Littles are the cutest side of my family. They're just big bug eyes, is adorable. Just because of this girl, Moriah. I'm sorry if I pronounce these names wrong. I don't really play with a lot of them. I just have one of my side's family tree that I will love to talk to you about. So Lindsay had kids with Kale, and then this is her twin sister, Brooklyn. Kale Dove is also on this other family tree over here with Lucia Dove and Kale Dove. We'll talk about Lucia later. Oh shoot, now it's gonna, okay. So, they had Lloyd Little. Lloyd has had kids with Amber. I haven't been doing weddings recently, if you can tell. They're pretty much just dating and have kids. I'd like to think of them married, but I don't have time to get them all married because I'd like to play with my other side of the family. So they had Bria and Brianna. Oh, I didn't know they did that. They had 2 kids that have the same-ish name. Yeah, so we talked about all these. Ignore these babies. They kind of like disappeared. We won't talk about it. We talked about that. This is Tahi. She married Clifford Blossom and had Jason and Cheryl. Yeah. So then Santa's second child, first son, Cam, had kids with Morocco, Mackenzie, Shelly, and Shingo. And then Marcy married Gingy, who coincidentally looked a lot like her dad. It was a little freaky, but the only person on our sim world. And they had 2 kids, Mackenzie and Reed. I can't pronounce that. And then they had 1 son, Frederick. We didn't continue that side of the family tree. We have Squeegee, Chestnut, Runtley. And then that was Mackenzie, Marcy's, oh my gosh, Mackenzie's her grandma. But that was, yeah. You know what I mean. So we have Olivia, Isabella, and Sophia, and Emmy. Isabella had kids with Fibian. They also had 1 cat named Yogi, Mart, and then their 2 children, Margaret and Garrett. Garrett married Rico. Had kids with, I'm just going to say married, but you know what I mean. Madison, Brianna, Karishwa Kansasaba. He also had a dog. Some of these just randomly have dogs. And then this is Isabella and Haley. Haley's dead. I'll have to update that later. She had kids with Ivan, and we have Malaya and Annalise. These little lines are who on the family side of the family tree I want to have kids. I normally know when they're teens. I think they're teens still. Up here to his 4th child, Maxwell. Maxwell's an alien. You remember he had kids with an alien. Whew. It's a lot. I apologize. Celine had Maxwell had a kid and, had a hamster, but I was watching Once Upon a Time at the time, so this is Emma Swan. Yeah. He had a kid named Nick. Nick married. Oh, for once married. This girl. They had kids Devin and Esmeralda. And then this is where we have a mermaid side of the family tree and an alien side of the family tree. Now with Realm of Magic coming out, and I really want to give Realm of Magic, which should be, I think I might split it into maybe even a mermaid, alien, and then over here, wizards, I think they're calling them spellcasters. So Esmeralda had kids with Connor. They had Jasmine, Norman, and Alea.
Jasmine carried on the family tree. She had kids with Advith. And then I like this last name that I created, Travario. Sounds like it could be a company or something. They had Judith and Harper. Harper married, had kids with Drake, you know what I mean? And then Stefan was born, had kids with Milani, and Zayden had kids with Megan Waterman. And now, for the alien side of the family too, who are somewhat not aliens. He's a sim, she's an alien, because I think this was a sim, so then these became weird freaks. On this side, I was talking about Devin. Devin married Lilith Vitor, and so now she's Lilith Slaws. They had kids, Joseph and Stacy, Constance. Joseph married a mermaid, and they had Marcus, Cassie. Cassie married Kelly. And then they had Chief Isaiah. I did this weird thing where he was the ruler of Sulani for a bit. He dated Chief Aiden Ryan. And then this is Lex Laws. He had kids with Jill, Jamie, and then Jamie married Ibram McKinley. There's a weird romance here with Santa Claus. I found them at a romance festival together. It was really weird. He's, dating Patchy, so I'm not a stan of that. But they had kids, Dakota, Beatrice, and then Beatrice has had kids with Wade, and then they have Grayson and Caden. So another Caden in our family. Now this is where the family gets a little complicated because there are a lot of pooches. I'm not going to name all of them because that's too much and their names don't matter. It's just that they're cute little dogs. This is Vladis Jr. because he had kids with Santa. He had kids with Vlad, so Vlad and Santa. And then, so Santa Jr. ended up living with Santa and Patchy. And then later along the line, he had kids with Brecca and Santa, and they had Santa the second. So Santa, 1, 2, 3 Santas. Around the time when they were born, Santa adopted Tammy. It was really cute. Then he had kids with Patchy, Chris, and Kurt. Chris had kids with Michaela, and they had Queen Kara. For being, I think, being the third generation, she is really good for Santa looking wise. Third generation hasn't looked the best, but this is where she became queen. She's my queen. Then he's the King Charles of Newcrest. I did this kind of legacy, so this is where Queen, well, she didn't become the queen because they got a divorce, but she was the queen for a bit, and that's where Lucia Dove comes in. So they had, of course, King Charles II and Lucia Dove, and then this is Princess Diana Newcrest. She adopted 2 of the dogs that are on the family side of the dog legacy. But yeah, so King Charles adopted a bunch of dogs. We'll go to them soon. And then this is Princess Mira.
and this is King Prince Charles III, but technically he's the king currently. I have to update him and have him get married to Michaela. I had this, like, Hunger Games, I called it the Wife Games, where I put a bunch of different women for him to marry, and she'll become queen. It was kind of scary, and I waited for hours killing them. So that's fun. Sim hours and real life hours. So he adopted 2 dogs, Rhea Newcrest, and she's an Italian Greyhound. Then West Highland Terrier. We had these 2 freaks. Like, look at these things. I wanted him to breed with Duchess, but that didn't work out because he's a tiny little dog and she's a full-grown, big dog. She's a Greyhound, by the way. Then this is a mixed breed. I think it's actually like a terrier, but it was really small to be a terrier. It was very confusing. But anyway, he had kids with her, and they had 2 mixed breed. Honestly, Flash is one of the cutest in this whole dog legacy. And he had kids with Pomeranian, and so we had Dusty and Pixel. Pixel's ugly. Dusty had kids with an Icelandic sheepdog. We have Patches. He had kids with Waffle, who's a pug. So we had this ugly thing called Betty. Sorry, Betty's, but that's an ugly Betty. And then this is Doris. So we have obviously picked Doris in this situation because I don't know what that is. So Doris had kids with Woody. He's a puggle. Whisper had kids with, they had 2 kids, Wisp and Whisper. You get it? His Whisper was born first, so I named this one Wisp. I still like the way Whisper looked, so I picked Whisper. They had kids with a Yorkie named Oreo. And so then this is where I got really confused on which to pick, because I thought these were both cute. I mean, obviously this one's a little cuter. But this one just, like, it piqued my interest, like, what would the dog look like? So they had both had kids with corgis, and I got very interested. We had this thing named Fish, and this one named Rainbow. Rainbow Fish, Rainbow Fish. Get it? And then so this Yorkie pug mix thing had kids with this Parson Russell Terrier. And honestly, I think these 2 are adorable. Bacon and Kevin. Kevin just didn't want to have kids with this Yorkie Lulu, so we decided to just have kids with his brother, because they wanted to have kids anyway. So we have Daisy, Sprinkles, Sparky. Sprinkles had kids with Franklin. Franklin had a dog, yeah, of course. Franklin had a kid named Herman, and then this is Worm, Herman the Worm. This is Ninja. Ninja, you know, famous streamer. I named a dog first before Ninja. That's a lie, but it is not a lie. It's a lie. This is her. Yeah, so Herman had kids with Ninja, and then we had these. I honestly, they grow on me the more I look at them. This is asparagus, this is carrot, and this is strawberry. Some of these are starting to become themes, I think you can tell. Kara had kids with Dakota. Dakota, we had Amy. We didn't obviously continue. But Dakota was a big doggy. So now we have big dogs. Jax, an odd mixed breed. Oh, Dakota's an Alaskan Momultee, and then this is a standard Schnauzerizer, and this is an Australian Shepherd. Cardigan Welsh Corgi, and this is Pembroke Corgi. Oh. So down here we had Jax and Shadow. Jax had kids with a Greyhound. This is Bentley. Bentley had kids with an Afghan Hound. And then I picked this one because it didn't have weird fur. And so this one had kids with a Golden Retriever. And we had these mixed breeded. I thought they were really cute. And then we had kids with the Siberian Husky because a Golden Retriever Husky is adorable. Look it up. So then we had Bella. Bella had kids with Lucky, and this is Bella's sister Maggie, who's aggressive, so we didn't obviously pick her. And now we are waiting to see the result of Franklin, not Franklin, Franklin's the other Australian Shepherd, and Bella. So that's my family tree right now. New videos coming soon. I can't promise, but hopefully coming soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching up until now. A few things I just have to say. I don't own Sweet Home Alabama song. I don't own any of the pictures except I don't even own the Plumtree app, but the link of that might be in the description. But yeah, so I don't own that song, and the link is in the description for some of the sounds I use during my rage and rant. Yeah, so here's the end card.
If you would like to look at the Sims for Cats and Dogs playlist, click at the top right. If you would like to subscribe, click at the bottom right. If you would like to see any of my other videos, click to the left. I hope you all have a nice day, and I will see you later. Bye.